Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Now, about a week ago or so, I predicted that the SNP would follow suit with the Labour Party at Westminster and cancel the winter heating payment. They don't call it that because, this is Scotland. We've got to give it a different name because we're different. And it's called in Scotland, I've got it noted here, the Scottish Government call it the Pension Age Winter Heating Payment. God, that's a mouthful, isn't it? Anyway, I predicted that with Labour at Westminster cutting it in England and Wales, Rachel Reeves slaughtering the old, that the SNP would take the opportunity to do the same in Scotland, even though it's a devolved matter. They don't have to do it. Now, in Scotland, this would cost about £150 million. That's the saving, £150 million. And you're thinking, well, it is a lot of money. And yes, it is a lot of money. But it's less than half of what they're giving Angus Robertson to fly around the world. Perhaps if Angus was told to do a few Zoom meetings and cut all the airfares, the old elderly in Scotland could, stay warm and not die. But they chose not to do this. And I predicted that they would. I said that they would do it, and then what they would do is they would use the excuse, well, it was forced on us by Westminster, even though that excuse is, quite clearly, a load of dingoes' kidneys, because this is, as I say, a devolved matter. They are choosing to cut this allowance. Now, the Deputy First Minister up there in Scotland, by the name, as we all know, young Miss Forbes, Kate Forbes, she's accused the UK government, and in her words, driving a coach and horses through devolution. No, they've given you the power. They've handed you the right to choose whether you want to pay that money to pensioners or not. It's the exact opposite of what she is saying. But this is the way that dictatorships work. They say the exact opposite of what is happening and then blame someone else. Lies built on lies built on lies. Now, they're saying they are forced to follow Westminster by cutting it. No, you're not. Why? Who's forcing you? You've got devolution on this. You can make your own minds up. You're a big grown-up girl, Kate. Nobody is forcing you to kill older people through hypothermia. You're choosing to do that. Now, Rachel Reeves did her spending announcements, not a full budget, that's coming October, I believe, maybe November. But she did give the spending announcements, and in there, of course, she said that she wanted to wipe out old people by a mixture of cutting the fuel allowance so that they froze to death, and then taking away, she's going to start taxing their pensions and things like that, national insurance on pensions, all sorts of things, because she's got it in for the elderly, and also wants to cut inheritance, so everything they've worked their whole life for and got after tax, they're going to tax again. Absolutely hates old people, doesn't she, Rachel? She'll soon be old herself and maybe regret her actions, but we shall wait and see. But anyway, she wants to cut this, do the great big culling of the old. And that was announced. And now that's going to save the Westminster government about 1.5 billion a year. Which, again, is a lot of money. But when you're talking an economy the size of Britain, it's not that much. Perhaps just take the 1.5 billion off the foreign aid budget. Well, hey. Easy. Found the money. Now, at the moment, this winter fuel payment is done at UK, Westminster level, but the Scottish version of the winter fuel payment is a devolved matter. That is to say, it's a devolved matter from the 1st of September onwards. It's what Holyrood wanted. Holyrood wanted to take over and devolve the benefit system, and Westminster said, "Are you sure? It's not a good idea, but if you want it, you can have it." They said, "No, give it to us." And so they said, right. And so they're slowly piecemeal getting over these various benefits that are slowly going up to within under the aegis of Holyrood. And this is the next one that's going up, is this winter fuel payment on the 1st of September. Now, obviously, this doesn't really usually cut in until around Christmas through to the end of February. That's the kind of period that this comes in. And that's when they pay them. And that's fine. What's the problem? Let them have it. All is well. All is good. Like I say, in Scotland, all you have to do is trim the fat, literally, off Angus Robertson, and, well, hey, you got it all sorted. But they're not going to do that. How can they? Angus would throw a hissy fit if he thought he was going to lose out. Well, that goes to show the arrogance of Angus Robertson, that he's prepared to let old people die just so he can quaff champagne and shove his face full of caviar at 30,000 feet 3 times a week. What an arse. Now, Shirley Ann Somerville has also come out and announced that this 150 million reduction would be would have to be implied. She says that she's another one saying that the UK government has given us no choice. The UK government gives you the choice. You are making the choice. This isn't imposed on you. Again, these people are just plain out lying. She said it is a necessary decision. Her words, I'm going to read this out here. This is a necessary decision when faced with such a deep cut to our funding and in the most challenging financial circumstances since devolution began. Why are you cutting that? Why aren't you cutting foreign aid? Why aren't you wondering why the £250,000 to Hamas should be recalled? Why are you still paying for pretendy embassies? Yeah? All these other things. And you're saying you have no choices. No, you have got the choices. You're just making very bad choices. Anyway, Forbes says that the UK government is disrespecting Holyrood and the Scottish government. And she's saying but the argument is they're disrespecting Holyrood by devolving powers to Holyrood. I don't get it either. I just don't understand. She's saying giving us this ability to issue this benefit to people while you then cut it in England is disrespectful. How are you? Please, somebody in the comments, please explain to me, because I must be really, really stupid. Somebody's stupid, and it might be me. I think it isn't, but it might be. But please tell me how giving Scotland more powers, more responsibility, more ability to make decisions, tell me how that is disrespectful to devolution. I'm going to give up on that. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, they're currently sitting, Scotland, at £22.7 billion deficit, which is up from the 19.1 last year. They've added £3 billion, £3.5 billion to the deficit in a single year. This government is basically incapable of running a country when it's running a country at over £1 billion deficit every year for the 17 years it's been in power. Somebody's got to pay the bills, but it isn't going to be you and me. Oh, wait. Yes, it is. Taxpayers going to pick up the bill, aren't they? Because the taxpayer always does. They should be coming after every politician and forcing them all to sell every asset they have, sell their homes, cash in their pensions, everything, take out loans, go into the real world, earn money, pull the money from them until they have paid back the deficit themselves. It's disgusting what they're doing, and they're getting away with it. And then they're blaming other people all the time. At what point of this decision process was Westminster involved? It wasn't. Thanks a lot. Bye.